Hey everyone, welcome to the first devlog of Bug Squashers. Today I'm just going to give you kind of a quick overview of what we're doing and why we chose the NES as our platform. Because it's a bit strange to be making a game for a 40-year-old console, especially if it's the first thing you're doing. Well, the main factor that went into this, it's probably better if I just show you.
The decision to go with the NES came down to a few things. First was seeing a few videos about the homebrew scene and thinking like, yeah, we could do that. Let's give it a shot. And that led us down the real rabbit hole, which helped us make the decision, which was discovering what you see here, NES makers. So the NES Maker platform is a piece of software that basically lets you build NES games using minimal code. You have full ability to customize the code, but it gives you everything you need, including a pixel editor, to get started. So here we're actually in the pixel editor. And you can see we've got our start screen, which is one of the only things that's really done. But it lets us set up animations, including, like, you can see it, it's going a little too fast. That's our nice little idle animation for our main character. And we can even, you can see with our sprite sheets here, we've got a few more left to make. And we've got the first parts of our monsters going here as well. So all of this work is currently placeholder. We're just doing this to test movements and things like that. But we even have kind of a little demo level. And this is the real great part about NES Maker, is it gives you a level editor, basically, where you can place tiles and have your tile sets. So right now we're working just with this kind of like standard gray box feel with some tiles that we had made. And we can go from screen to screen. So if I click on the Overworld and select the second screen, see, we just got a big empty room to kind of like get us started. And then we add in some platforms. And this allows us to do jump testing. And right here at the edge in the last room, right here, there is a wall. And actually, got one I need to fix. You can see how easy it is to just swap in that sprite there. Where you see we've got our monsters placed here. And this is what allows us to get started and start prototyping and figuring out what we want our game to be without really having to dive into the code very much yet. That's why we chose NES Maker. Now, I could have, written everything in ASM from scratch, but I don't think I would have done that. I would have decided to go with a more modern engine. But the other reason we chose the NES is all of this here, it's very limited. We are only allowed to use, as you can see here, 56 colors. 56 color options. We're limited by NES graphics. We're limited by NES sound. And that was a bit of a challenge. And it seemed like a fun challenge for me. And I wanted to take on that kind of a challenge because I've always found that restrictions are where you get your most creative work. And so we decided to go ahead and make it on the NES. Now I can show you the game in action. So this is Bug Squashers. Now I'm controlling using the keyboard, but eventually this will actually run on NES hardware. So we start in, and again, this is very rough. Please keep that in mind. We've got some graphical bugs to work out that for some reason in the buffer zone, textures don't load properly. And then we get into our jumping platform section, just to use to test out and to properly tune jumps and figure out the spacing. And then we get to the wall, and we've actually already implemented a bit of it. Oh, yeah, see, it's still very early. A bit of a wall jump. So you can kind of jump off the walls, And that's what this section in here also does. Let's see, let's trigger the bug. Which they don't always like to move yet. But we can wall jump a little bit here. Oh, too many sprites drawing, and that's why you get the slowdown, because again, the limitations of the NES. So that's just like a quick look at the very early prototype of Bug Squashers. We're going to talk more about the game soon, and until then, we'll see you in the next one.